not one of the political talks that you tell us you do this, you do that, and after you have been given the nod, then you neglect us.
So, when I'm talking to people, I always tell them if you can't do something, you can't do it. As an aspirant for SRC P.R.O, if I tell you I'm going to build a summer hat, I'm throwing dust into your eyes. You get my ultimate task is to make sure that you are being abreast with the information. And looking at my policies, there are policies that I'm not going to need huge sum of money. So for the achievement of the SRC to be known to the student, it depends on the SRC P.R.O. At the same time, for the achievement and the success for the student to know what the SRC is bringing on board, it depends on the P.R.O. You get it? So that's why one key policy that I intend to bring is what we call time with the P.R.O. We are going to collaborate with ATLFM.
Okay.
Then we are going to host weekly shows. And the weekly shows is in such a way that then another policy that we intend to bring on board is what we call the scholarship awareness. You see, when you come to the University of Cape Coast, the management awards scholarship to students who are brilliant but they are needy. During my era as the programs and projects chairperson, that's when we were able to collaborate with MTN to bring the 5 GB data.
5 GB data. I mean,
Yes.
that at first
There was nothing like 5 GB data, but there was 3 GB data.
3 GB data.
Yes.
Which was less.
When we're in level 100, the SRC was providing 3 gig data. So when you come to the SRC, we have what we call the amalgamated committee. The amalgamated committee is a committee that brings all associations under one committee, one umbrella. The SRC can give their bars to you because you are part of it. You've registered.
Welcome back to the channel. Today, like I've announced earlier, I have the privilege to host one of our aspirants on campus. I mean, one of the most popular students on campus, and I guess you can just throw your mind a little bit around and see if you can actually guess who exactly I have on the panel or who exactly I'm coming to have an interview with today. And it's a privilege to have our aspiring P.R.O on the channel called Mr. Black. Mr. Black, welcome to the channel.
Thank you.
So it's nice having you on channel.
Yeah, I also appreciate the invitation as well because
I've been hearing of you long ago before. Wow, it's nice. So, Mr. Black, can you tell us a bit about yourself? Let me just pretend as if I don't know you.
Oh, okay. All right. So, my name is Biafin Felix.
Yes,
and I'm level 300 student. I'm reading Bachelor of Arts in History and African Studies.
History and African Studies.
Yes, and currently, when you come to the UCC campus, last academic year, I was serving as the SRC Programs and Projects Chairperson. And I was at the same time serving as the Deputy P.R.O for my faculty, the Faculty of Art Student Association. And this year, I am currently serving as the local NUTS Deputy P.R.O and now aspiring for UCC SRC.
Wow, you have a very great achievement on campus now, I see.
Oh, thank you.
So, back to your journey. Where did you start from? I mean, your basic school, where you stay, and how you got into it?
All right, so I started my basic school from Accra. Yes. Okay. So actually, my basic school I started when I was staying with my grandma. Yeah, in the village.
Grandma's boy.
And they had to bring me back to Accra.
Okay.
That was around 2002 thereabouts. Okay. Then I started from class 2, school called St. Albans. It's at Official Town. When I got to Form 2, we had to move to a new place. That was Ausch. And I went to a school called Mount Pleasant GHS. So I started from GHS 2 and I completed with them.
You attended a lot of schools.
Yes. So whilst when I got there, it was a school that the headmaster loved entertainment a lot. And I'm also fan of entertainment. So I was appointed to be the entertainment prefect.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That was in Form 3, right?
Yeah, when I got Form 2. Okay. So they do the election the beginning. So when I started with them and they saw the enthusiasm, how I'm turning their entertainment program everywhere I'm there, then they appointed me to be their entertainment prefect. And I was privileged to hold that position. And in fact, we had a lot of good programs. That was GHS, yes. So from there, I proceeded to IRB Senior High. which is in the Eastern region. This is the constituency where Honorable Kwejo Oponkroma is the
Okay.
MP.
Okay.
Yes. So when I got there, because of the entertainment thing from DHS, I had to join the entertainment committee.
Yeah,
I
definitely.
used to perform at entertainment, SHS Saturdays entertainment. So I used to perform there. So even in Form 1, I became popular in the school.
Okay.
So when I
That's why
moved,
from Form 1.
yeah.
From Form 2, then now it's
So when I had the privilege to enter into Form 2, that's SHS 2, then I aspired for protocol prefect.
Okay.
Yes. So the school they are supposed to have boys protocol prefect and girls protocol prefect. So we went for election, we voted, and by the grace of God, I won and I became the protocol prefect. Instantly, I was also, according to the constitution of the school, when you are serving as protocol prefect, you automatically become the general SRC secretary. So I served as the general SRC secretary. Then there was this love by our headmaster who wanted the school to have a magazine. So we had to have an editorial board.
That was under your...
Yes, during our tenure of office.
And that was the first time?
Yeah, that was the first
time.
time.
That was a great achievement.
Yeah, the maiden edition. And that time they had the editorial board and the SRC patron had to appoint people. And that time I had to be the editorial board secretary. Okay. So I was serving as boys protocol prefect, SRC general secretary, and also editorial board secretary.
Three positions.
Yeah.
Why did you find it difficult blending it with studies at that time?
It was, you see, one thing I believe in is that you must, as a human being, you must have the ability to multitask because you don't know what will happen. You get it? And I was willing to learn, and I was also willing, I loved what I was doing. You get it? So this was a magazine that featured Kwejo Oponkroma, the magazine. It also featured the DC of the constituency and other prominent people. We went to their offices, engaged them, we took pictures. We had to take, being the secretary for the editorial board, we had to take articles from students. After that, you give to the chief editor, they scrutinize it, then take some out, add some, then it came in. So that's it. So after I completed my SHS, I was told I wanted to come. But at the same time, when I realized how I'm stressed, so I had to use 1 year to relax.
This means complete 2021.
Yes. So I completed 2020.
Okay.
Yeah, 2020. So 2020, I waited for 1 year. 2021, I applied to UCC. Yes. Then I came. When I came to the first thing that I was given the hall, Kwame Nkrumah Hall.
Oh.
So being privileged. So being privileged to be in Kwame Nkrumah Hall, I had opportunity to serve as a floor rep for Block G, second floor. Serving as a floor rep too, then I came down to also be part of the parliamentary council of the hall. Then I also joined the publicity team. Yeah, so
all in level 100.
Yes.
So you were holding 3 positions in level 100.
Yes.
Wow.
So joining the publicity team for KNH, I must say, helped me a lot because I was with the reps, Bra, NS, Success, and they were teaching us a lot about how to go by publicity. So my journey into publicity, because when I tell you from beginning, though protocol prefer to give announcement, but it's not that high publicity. By having the knowledge about publicity started from KNH in level 100. Okay. When I joined the publicity, I learned a lot of things. So the knowledge that I acquired from the publicity team, then I was privileged when my faculty president, she was a lady, Her Excellency Yakwatma. Okay. So she appointed me to be the deputy P.R.O.
All in level 100?
No, when I got
to
level
200.
200, okay. So deputy P.R.O. And that's the same time frame that I was appointed to be the SRC programs and projects chairperson.
Oh, okay.
So I was holding 2 positions in level 100, level 200, programs and project chair for the SRC and the faculty of arts deputy P.R.O. And sometimes I sit down and I marvel that I was able to do this, and I was up to tax always. You
The
get it?
academics
I
was on point.
delivered academically. I delivered in the programs and projects section. I also delivered in the publicity section. And people see me on campus and they'll be asking the question, like, how do you do it? Like,
It's really difficult.
Yeah.
Personally, ask me, even though I multitask a lot, but if you ask me, combining all these things, I must say, I
Yeah.
commend you because it's really, really difficult.
You see, one thing I believe in is that as a human, you need to know yourself.
Mhm.
You get it? You need to know yourself. You need to know what you can do and what you cannot do. You get it? And in every task that you are being given, you need to have love for it. If you are being given something to do and you don't love it, I would suggest that you just stop doing it.
Decline it.
Yes, because the love for it, even if they are not paying you anything, you love what you are doing. That's how it should be. You get
Wow.
it? So from there, then I had privilege to come to level 300, and level 300 to the local NUCS president called me, and he was like looking at how I've been active from level 100 to 200, 7 in SRC, 7 in my faculty. Would like me to come and assist the P.R.O for the local NUCS. So, and currently I'm serving as their deputy public relations officer.
Wow. You really tried. You really tried. Honestly, you really tried. But see, why the SRC P.R.O?
Yes. So initially, I didn't want to contest for a position again
Because you've achieved a lot.
I sat down and I was like, yeah, I've paid my dues, so I might just relax. But I sat down and I looked at the knowledge I've gained in publicity. I looked at how I'm able to help administrations to succeed in terms of publicity. Then I was like, then it will be very prudent I go to the position so that the knowledge that I've gained, because when you become a P.R.O, you have publicity members. So I will be able to share the knowledge with them and they will also learn. And at the end of the day, when I'm not there, since I was taught from level 100 by my reps in KNH, BRA, and Nest, Success, and I was able to get to this point in terms of publicity. I don't need to sit down with just the experiences. I need to bring out the experiences, help people, and also at least promote the SRC to students. You get it? So the main task is to bring my experience on board to promote what the SRC will be bringing to the students.
Oh, okay. So with what you've said, I think you have had a lot of things that you'd like to do for the school.
Sure.
So can you tell us your policy and things that you'll be doing for the school? In case that day, I think it was which day, 27th, right?
Yeah, 27th of June.
27th of June. I take my thumb and go and thumbprint on it. Waiting for you as the next SRC P.R.O. What are the things that you'll be doing for us?
Okay, so during my UCC SRC vetting, I made it clear to the panel that for any institution,
before you go to that, during the SRC vetting, I think I watched. They were mentioning a whole lot of lists. I think the most popular students of Congo, they were there. Can you tell us a bit of that before you go to
the achievements? So I've been privileged to be honored with Male Personality of the Year. That was from SHS.
Okay.
Then when I came, because of how I was active in the hall, I was given most popular level 100 student. Okay. Then when I proceeded, I was given most influential level 200 student. I was given because I was serving in the SRC, I was given the most consistent executive.
Wow.
You get it? Then also too, I was privileged to be appointed as the Accra coordinator for SRC Housing Free 2 consecutive times, back to back. So
2 consecutive times.
Level 100 being the head for level 200 being
that
the head.
The school appointing you to do
the
that.
SRC. You see, the SRC organized bus for students to come to campus.
Okay.
Yes. So they mostly have main coordinators. When you're a main coordinator, you have to make sure everything is intact. The buses are in, the students are in. So when I go to level 200, I was appointed to chair the Accra coordination. When I go to level 300, I was also appointed to
do the
chair.
same.
Yeah. So it's just a privilege. And the chair was just marveled about it.
I saw the shock on her face. Like, She was like, who gave you all these positions? Or who gave you all these things? I'm like, hey. All right, so back to the things that
Yeah, so
your
the
policy
vision.
does.
So as I stated during my vetting period,
Mm.
when you are in an institution and or an organization, okay,
Mm.
for people to know you, for your success to be known to people, it depends on your PR.
Mm.
That's why I believe in. Because if you are doing something good and your PR is not that far, then it means that no one is going to see what you are doing. You get it? So for the achievement of the SRC to be known to the student, it depends on the SRC PRO. At the same time, for the achievement and the success for the student to know what the SRC is bringing on board, it depends on the PRO. You get it? So that's why one key policy that I intend to bring is what we call time with the PRO.
Time with the PR.
Yes. So the time with the PRO is going to be in a form that, you see, we are going to collaborate with ATLFM.
Okay.
Then we are going to host weekly shows. And the weekly shows is in such a way that it's going to inform the students what the SRC is doing and what the SRC is about to do. You get it? This is going to be a collaboration with the JCRC and at the same time the ATLFM. Now, when you go to most of the halls, so when this show is ongoing, it will be connected to the halls with FM stations.
Okay.
So when you go to Gwa, they have the Alovi, we'll get ATLFM, we'll get Balco, then even KNH will do it in a form that you see when they are doing the matriculation, they are able to watch the video such way, such manner. You get it? We are going to have it that way. You get it? Then after that, when all this, we are going to record it, put it on a drive, like what all the things that will be saying.
Is it going to be an audio record? Or...
Yes, so it will, you see, it's an FM station. So whilst I'm talking, it will be recorded. Then we'll then give it to the visually impaired people.
Okay.
Then they will also get to know what is going on.
So even your policy are including the physically challenged as well.
Yes, because I believe everyone needs to know. So with the time with the PRO is going to be like weekly basis. With the weekly basis, we are going to tell you what the SRC is doing, what the SRC is about to do. At the same time, phone lines will be open. Then you tell us something, what you think about what you're about to do, what you would like the SRC to do, like an opportunity for the students to also share their ideas about the SRC. You get it? So with this, I believe that students will be consistent with the SRC because every year,
every update,
every week you are hearing that maybe the following week these are the programs that the SRC will be doing, and these are the people SRC is bringing on board. You get it? Then maybe at the end of the month, these are the things that SRC have been able to achieve. You get it? And these are the things that SRC is about to achieve. So as a student of the university, you are always abreast with SRC because at least every week you hear something about SRC. Unlike those few periods that you see you will be there, you won't hear anything, you don't even know what is going on in the SRC, you don't even know what they're about to do, you'll be there, then you see a flyer, then ask yourself, what is this program about? So I believe before even a program comes out,
there should be an information.
The students should understand what the program is about. You get it? The benefit of the program. That when you come, it's not just about the item 30, but the benefit that you are going to get.
This big UCC with that item 13 can survive. I mean,
I believe it's your birthright. The reason why we say it's your birthright because you are using students' money to organize the program. It's your dues that SRC is using. So when you come, since it's your money that SRC have used to organize the program, SRC needs to appreciate your time for coming. That's why it's your birthright. But at least aside these things, you need to also take something home. Aside that activity, like praise yourself, especially when it comes to the empowerment program, capacity building programs, you need to go learn something.
But to me, I think item 13 is overrated in most of the high institutions because a lot of people go there because of identity. They don't go there to go and pay attention to what exactly the program is about. Don't you think also think so?
Yes, that's why I believe that it's about time. The time with the PRO is going to let you know about it. You get it? Then another policy that we intend to bring on board is what you call the scholarship awareness. You see, when you come to the University of Cape Coast, the management awards scholarship to students who are brilliant but they are needy. You
Okay.
see, a brilliant student is a student having CGPA of 2.5 and above.
2.5 and
And
above. It
above.
means that you're an average student. You have
Yes,
2.5
you
and
can
above.
apply for it. You get it. But mostly when the scholarship is open, they just write a letter, put it on a notice board, and that's all. You get it.
Yeah, I
So
think that's true.
what I've realized is that most students don't know about it, and it has been limited to some few privileged students who get to know about it,
Because they
and
just
they
don't
apply.
checking the
Yes,
portal consistent.
and they apply. And even those who hear about it, when they are applying, they find challenges in application. You get it. So what I intend to do is that I believe that you can't be a P.R.O and your people are suffering in terms of information. Like I've heard about the scholarship. I don't know who to ask. But this is an institution where we are having the P.R.O. So I believe that as a P.R.O, then what's my essence? You get it. So this is the time that we are going to send bulk SMS to students.
Bulk SMS. I was
Yes.
just about to ask you this question.
Yeah.
Well, so go ahead. Since
So
you're answering your
we'll send bulk SMS to all students that this scholarship has been open. And we are not just sending you to create that awareness. We are sending you to let you know about the scholarship. At the same time, we are going to add a contact. You get it? Number that you can call in case you find any challenge.
Are you going to pay? Like, are they going to be deduction from your account?
No, you are not going to pay when you
How are you
call.
going to achieve that? Because definitely before you can achieve a toll-free number, there have to be
So
some.
this is where the number that is going to be attached is going to be a number from the student financial support.
Okay.
You get it. Then at the same time, an SRC number. So this is where my next policy comes in, where we have the SRC toll-free.
SRC toll-free.
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
So during my era as the programs and projects chairperson, that's when we were able to collaborate with MTN to bring the 5 GB data.
5 GB data. I mean
Yes.
that at first
There was nothing like 5 GB data, but there was 3 GB data.
3 GB data.
Yes.
Which was less.
When we were in level 100, the SRC was providing 3 gig data. So when we came to office,
that was last year.
Yes.
So they increased it from 3 GB to
5 GB data. So that with the same, you see, that's why I keep on saying the things or the knowledge or the experience that I've gained. This is the time for me to bring it on board before I leave the institution. You get it? So we are going to collaborate with MTN to get a distinct number. A distinct number for what? SRC toll-free.
Maybe along the line.
Yes, and as I'm talking to you, preparations and things have been done. We know the money involved, and it's not costly.
It's not costly.
Yeah, it's not that costly.
Are you sure? Because
Yeah.
MTN at time, they have been running like prepaid meter.
Yes. So with this, how it works. You see, when you are having the toll-free, how it works when you call, your credit will not be deducted. It will be deducted from the telecom company. You get it? But they have given us some specific amount that we will pay, and it's a year basis. You see, the data is year contract, 1 year contract. That's the same way that the toll-free is going to be a 1 year contract. So if the next P.R.O come and the P.R.O wants to continue with it, the P.R.O will also have another 1 year contract with them. You get it? So with this, you can call. When I'm telling people about it, they'll be like, "We are students. Who are those going to answer the questions? Because you, the P.R.O, to your student, how are you going to answer?" You see, so when you come to the SRC, we have like 14 to 15 committees.
Okay.
And each committee is made up of 15 members.
Each committee
is made up of 15 members. So you bring all the committees, you're almost 60 plus. You get it? So this is something that's going to be headed by the publicity.
15 committees.
Yes.
And each committee is
15 members. So we have the head, the deputy, and the secretary, being in charge of that committee. Then other 13 students added, making 15. You get it? So with this, all these people in charge of these committees will bring you on board. We'll draw a schedule. Okay. When we draw the schedule, what you are going to do is the time you are free, you will be on duty for it. You see, the time you are free, you'll be on duty for it. And at least some small incentive is going to be given to students because they are going to sacrifice their time waiting for calls to answer. You get it? And these students are not just ordinary students. They are students that we are going to teach them through processes. We are going to teach them what to say and what not to say. how to solve the
How
problem.
to answer the questions.
Yes.
And all of that.
You get it. And this is also going to what? Help. Then at the same time, we are also going to do what? We have what we call the inclusive policy.
Inclusive policy.
The inclusive policy is when you go to the SRC constitution. The SRC constitution states that the publicity and the information committee will be made up of the P.R.O, the SRC rep 2 in the various halls being represented. You get it. But I feel this constitution has limited it to man because when you go to the halls, most of the students in the halls are level 100s. You get it. Now, where are the continuous students?
They're outside. They're in the
They are in the diaspora. They don't hear about the programs. But whenever there is program, SRC reps, they take megaphone, they announce it in the hall. That's all. What of those in the diaspora?
They also need the information.
So when you come to campus,
Mm.
every department has a P.R.O. You get it. Every faculty has a P.R.O. The colleges has a P.R.O. You get it. At the same time, to classes, we have course rep.
Yeah, we have cultural and program.
Yes. So that's where the inclusive policies come in. Now all P.R.Os have to come together. You get it. So that when there is an information from the SRC, the faculty P.R.Os will share it to their members. Department P.R.Os, course reps are sharing it. Program reps are sharing it. So at the end of the day, everyone is receiving the information. You get it. This will not make the P.R.Os work limited only to their department. So if you're a departmental P.R.O. and at the end of the day you are not getting any information to share, then you are just there.
Yeah, just like there's something to give to your students.
Yes. But since you're a P.R.O, you also, so when you come to the SRC, you have what you call the amalgamated committee. The amalgamated committee is a committee that brings all associations under that committee, one umbrella. You get it? That when you need any help, maybe your association is going somewhere, you need a bus. The SRC, if you have registered under the amalgamated committee, the SRC can give their bus to you because you are part of it. You've registered.
The SRC is having a bus on it.
SRC is having like 3 buses.
3 buses, big ones.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So there's the time to bring all the P.R.Os together under one umbrella. When I was serving as programs and projects chair, together with that the P.R.O, the 60th P.R.O, he was well known as Ebusian. We were able to do this. We had most of the reps and flyers were going. You get it. Information dissemination became so easily for students. You see, this is where the inclusive policy comes in. Then the last one that I'll end with is admission help desk.
Admission help desk.
Yes. You see, we have people who are applying to UCC. These are students who are potential SRC. We have potential SRC presidents among them. We have potential P.R.Os among them. We have potential JCRC executives among them. And they are finding problems and no one is going to solve for them. How? Why do I mean? When you are filling your form, when you go to the application portal, they have a number there.
Yeah, there's a number there.
When you make error and you call, it will never go through.
Never go through. Like, hey, this particular one, personally, I was preparing to ask you.
Yes. It will never, ever go through. So you the
chat on
student,
WhatsApp,
it doesn't
don't
go
respond.
through. So
I think the last time I wanted to communicate with UCC, I had to use Twitter. I mean, now it's X.
Yeah.
That was the means I used to communicate with UCC. Hardly before I was able to get someone to be communicating.
Yes. So if you are
personally, I assist students to go to various universities. I mean, all level of higher educations in the country, even when it comes to scholarship, going outside and all of that. It was really difficult reaching out to UCC as compared to some other institutions.
So
tell us how
when you call and you are not getting anyone, you become stranded. You get it. Now, this is what you are going to do. I always say that I can't be a P.R.O and my people are being misinformed. So you are going to relate with the Directorate of Academic Affairs and the admission sector to activate that number. You get it?
It's like the number is there, but there's no one using it.
The number is there, but it hasn't been activated.
How? Why is it not activated?
This is a question that we say question for the boss.
Question.
So this is the time that Black is going to engage management
Mm.
to activate that number.
Mm.
And at the same time, add the SRC to a free number
Mm.
to it. Do you know one interesting thing?
No.
You see,
that's all.
when you are filling the form
Mm.
and you make a mistake and you submit, okay, you see with the UCC, you can't go back and edit, just like Legon and Tech.
Thank you.
You get it? But one thing students don't know is that we can take your voucher and we will reverse the voucher for you.
Mm.
You can go back and correct all the mistakes.
Yeah.
You see, so this is what you are going. So when students make errors, because the school has a rule that when you make errors with your name and you get admission without wrong name, they are not going to change it for you. So when you check the student handbook, page 64, section 54,
And
that's
the
what it
recent
states.
one or the old one?
The recent one,
Okay.
it states, that's what it states, that they don't allow change of name. You get it? So you don't allow change of name, but when I was applying, I made a mistake. I'm calling you, I didn't get you. So who is at fault?
It's you. You're the one who told me you can't make changes.
Yes.
So you're the one who's supposed to.
At least you must activate in the number so that I can call you. That's why I say we are going to bring this.
So with respect to this particular challenge, have you questioned or have you made any inquiry from the recent SRC P.R.O? He has found a way of tackling the problem before it wasn't solved.
Oh, okay. So I've not engaged him on that. And what I believe in it, since he's a PR, people have been calling him that about those issues. Because if I'm a student and I'm an ordinary student and my sister is applying, my sister make errors or something, what I will do is that I will forward the errors or something to my P.R.O. So I think maybe he has worked on it, and I don't know how far it's going though. But I believe something can be done, and something must be done about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So back to one of the things you point out, that's on the increase of the 5 GB data from initially it was 3 GB to 5 GB. So now that you want to assume the position of the P.R.O, I mean the main P.R.O, then you weren't but able to do something. Are you going to increase from 5 GB to 10 GB for us now?
No. So this is going to be something by the SRC president who will make the total decision.
That's the current SRC president.
No, the one who assume office, because it's a, let's compare, it's like mashup data. You see, you can do mashup for 1 week. After 1 week, you exhaust it. What happens is that you decide to go for the same package or the old package. So when the contract expires, what is going to happen is that MTN will come. Should we give you the same package or
increase it,
or you want different package? So it will depend on the executive council whether they want to increase it or not. But yesterday when I was watching the SRC presidential bulletin, one of the candidates made mention that he has a vision of maintaining the 5 GB data and also relaying with MTN so that students can buy data at an affordable price.
Okay. So it means that students of UCC.
So there's something which is being done in UEW, and it's one of the presidential aspirant candidates. So in case he is able to win, then I think
he can do
that one too can help more. But the other presidential candidate might have interest about it, either increasing it or maintaining.
Everyone with their own policy.
Yes, everyone is on their own policy.
Okay. So first I have some few questions here that I want to ask you. One of them is what are your long-term goals for improving communication between the SRC and the student body?
As I said earlier, the long-term goal is these two: the toll-free and the inclusive policy.
Toll-free
and the inclusive policy. The inclusive policy, see, it will be something that when I leave office, the next P.R.O will also continue to include other P.R.Os and other reps as well. You get it? And the toll-free tool will also help students. So I believe this is something that is going to stay for long. And it will really break that gap in terms of communication between students and the SRC. Yes.
Okay, that's fine. My next question for you is that do you have any experience with graphic design and content creation? If yes, how are you going to use this skill to leverage communication with the SRC P.R.O?
All right. Thank you very much. When it comes to content creating, I love content creating a lot.
Are you into it?
It's not something I'm into it, but I love it.
Okay.
I've had content with one TikToker on
Okay.
campus.
Okay.
Yes, and that's fine. When it comes to graphic designing is something that I love to do, but I'm not professional there.
Okay.
Sometimes I try to design something
So your
small.
flies, you do this designs
I
yourself.
have someone who
designs
designs
your
because
flyers?
this a big package. Yeah.
Okay. That's fine. That's fine. So my next question is, what is your experience working with a team environment? How would you collaborate effectively with your other SRC members?
This again.
My next question is, what is your experience working in a team environment? And how would you collaborate effectively with other SRC members?
Oh, okay. So one thing that I look into the mirror and I like about myself is my level of socialization. See, no matter where you are coming from, if we are to be given the nod to work together, I don't care about affiliation. I don't care. I make sure because when I was doing my vetting, I made mention that I am someone who is focus minded, who take priority in achieving set objectives. So if we come together to achieve a specific objective or specific goals, I will try my best to make sure that I put any affiliation or anything aside, work with you, whether I like you or I don't like you. My aim is to make sure that we are achieving the specific or set goals. So for experience like this, as I started with my journey, I've worked with different kind of people from different backgrounds, and I never had an issue with any of them. So I believe no matter where you are coming from, I'll be able to work with you. That is me. I'll be able to, whether you like human or you don't like human, whether you easily get angry or not, I'll work with you. Because when I realize that you easily get angry, there are some things that I will not say to you. You get it? When I realize that you are someone who like to play a lot, there are some things I'll say to you. That is me. Yes.
So one thing is that, before everybody voting comes on, even in national votings, SRC votings and all of that, there are a lot of promises. I mean, promises upon promises. I believe this is not one of the political talks that you tell us you do this, you do that, and after you have been given the nod, then you neglect us.
Sure. When I'm talking to people, I always tell them that if you can't do something, you can't do it. As an aspirant for SRC P.R.O, if I tell you I'm going to build a summer hat, I'm throwing dust into your eyes. You get my ultimate task is to make sure that you are being abreast with the information. And looking at my policies, there are policies that I'm not going to need huge sum of money. You get it? They are not policies that you see, if you don't have money, you can't do. No. For example, you're a P.R.O for your department. I call you, come and let's work together. It's nothing big deal. You get it? ATLFM work with SRC without paying anything. You get it? So there are policies that are not going to be. So I believe that there are policies that after, by God's grace, we are being elected into office. 90% should be implemented after the first semester. 90% of it should be implemented after the first semester.
Okay. So my last question before I let you go off the show, you made mention of collaborating with ATLFM and having conversation. I mean, weekly shows on that. So if you presented your position to the committee and they reject it, what would you do differently to communicate effectively with your students?
Oh, okay. So when you come to the SRC Executive Council, when decisions are being made according to the student handbook, you must at least 2/3 of it accepted. You get it? So here lies the case: the decision or the policy has been rejected by the board. What you are going to do is that, see, there is something you've rejected, but maybe I believe that you have to understand more of it and why we need it. You get it? So I will take my time to explain it more. You get it? But if at the end of the day it is being rejected by the how do you call it?
The
the
board.
board. This is what we are going to do. We are going to bring the weekly show, but we are going to limit it to online.
Okay.
Online, as in, first of all, when I was doing my vetting, I told them that I have to increase our social media handles.
Okay.
You get it? So at least every week having a flyer of what is going to be done and what we have achieved so far. Circulating it with together with the the P.R.Os, the reps, and everyone. Students will also at least know about it. In life, we say we must always have alternative when you are making decisions. Yes, and this is the alternative option. First of all, we are going to make sure that the social media handles, we get a QR code for it, and whenever we designate maybe a week or two, go through the halls, campus, lecture theaters, and make sure students scan and follow us on either there's any of the social media handles. And when the number increase, when you go to a SRC social media handle on Twitter, it's currently 11.1k. And this 11.1k is made up of students who are no longer, most of them are not on campus. So the current students, we need to make sure they also follow us. So that when we post things there, they will also get a chance to get it. Good day to all students of the prestigious university in Ghana. My name is Riafinana Felix, well known as Black, aspiring for UCC SRC P.R.O. Ladies and gentlemen, fellow students, on the 27th of June, I want you all to go in your numbers and endorse Black to be the next UCC SRC P.R.O. One thing you should know is that being P.R.O. is not just about flyer sharing. Involve communication too as well, and having the love for it, making sure that students are abreast with information at all times. Please, the teaser is Black for UCC SRC P.R.O. and do also endorse us. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Black, for having you on the show. I really appreciate for you answering our invitation. And to my other aspirants who are willing to be on the show to communicate effectively or like lay out the policies to the student body and the general public, my number is displaying right on your screen. Just pick it up and contact me. It's for free. I'm not taking anything from anyone. Just come and communicate with the student body and tell them the reason why they should vote for you. If you are interested, a number is displaying right on your screen. Do that and